Title of the first section today, graphing, horizontal, or vertical lines. In this section, we'll graph on the XY axis, and we'll graph horizontal or vertical lines. First question, or first equation, is y equals 2. To graph this, we can draw a XY axis. The x-axis, again, goes left to right or horizontally, and the y-axis goes up and down or vertically. If we have y equals 2 on the y-axis, we can go up 2 spots and put a point at y equals 2. For a line y equals a number, we'll go up to y equals 2, and we'll have a horizontal line that goes straight across. Along this line, the x values change, but the y value is always equal to 2, so that'll be the graph for this section. Second question, x equals -3. Again, we can draw a xy axis for this equation. X-axis again goes left and right. The y-axis is vertical or up and down. If x is equal to -3 on the x-axis, we can go over to -3 and put a point. For any line that's x equals a number, will be a vertical line through the point, x equals -3. Along this line, the y value changes, but the x value is always -3. And last equation for the section, y equals 3.75. Again, we can draw the xy axis for the graph. We can label the x and y axis. For y equals 3.75 on the y axis, if we go up to 3, and if we do one more spot for 4, 3.75 would be between 3 and 4. It would be 3/4 of the way up to 4. And again, for a y equals line, this will be a horizontal line that goes straight across, where every point on this line, y is equal to 3.75, and that will be the graph for the equation. Write an equation in standard form. There's 4 definitions for standard form. The standard form equation is ax plus by equals c. A, b, and c have to be integers. Integers or any whole numbers, could be positive or negative, but cannot contain decimals or fractions. A also has to be positive. And last definition, a, b, and c have no common divisors, which means no number divides into a, b, and c. First equation, or first problem, is y equals -3x plus 1. Taking this equation, we can write this equation in standard form. For standard form, you have to have x and y on the same side of the equation. So to move the -3x over, we can add 3x on both sides. And we'll put 3x first, plus y after, and equals +1. Checking the other definitions, these are all integers. A, which is a number in front of x, is positive, and there's no common divisor between the 3 numbers. So the standard form equation, would be 3x plus y equals 1. Second equation, y equals negative 1/2 x minus 4. Again, taking this equation, we can write this equation in standard form. First step is to move x on the same side as y. The opposite of minus 1/2 x is plus 1/2 x on both sides. We'll put x first, so we'll have 1/2 x plus y equals negative 4. Second definition for standard form, a, b, and c have to be integers, which again means no decimals and no fractions. If we have a fraction like 1/2, we can multiply the whole equation by the denominator or bottom number, which is 2. 2 times 1/2 would cancel, so we'll be left just with x, and the 2 will multiply by all of the other terms in the equation. So 2 times y would be 2y, and 2 times a negative 4 would be negative 8. A again has to be positive, or x has to be positive, and again there's no common divisors, so our final answer would be x plus 2y equals negative 8. And last question for the section. Y equals 2x plus 4. Solving again, we want x and y on the same side, so we can subtract 2x on both sides. Putting x first, we'll have negative 2x plus y equals 4. Checking the definitions for standard form, a, b, and c are all integers. The third definition, a has to be positive, the number in front of x. If it's a negative number, like negative 2, we can multiply by negative 1 to change that to a positive 2. Negative 1 times negative 2 will be positive 2x. And again, we'll multiply negative 1 by each of the terms. Negative 1 times a positive y would be negative y. And negative 1 times 4 would be negative 4. So the final equation, 2x minus y equals negative 4.